Hey guys, what is going on? It is your boy, and I'm here to bring some sad news. Um, you guys already know that I'm a Power Ranger fan, if y'all can tell back there. Most of you probably heard about the news already. I'm trying to fix my camera. Most of you probably already heard about the news. I heard about it on Sunday, and I was not feeling too good on Sunday to come in because I really wanted to come and do the video to give a tribute, but I could not. I was not feeling too good. And now that I am feeling a little bit better, I wanted to come on and, give a tribute to Jason David Frank. Most of you, most of us, because as well as I, know him as the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back in 1993. He was the sixth Ranger. He came in as a villain, and they kept him on after. They kept him. Well, they let him go, then brought him back because of the Sentai footage. If you guys watch Power Rangers, you guys know about a lot of this. About how they filmed it, and he was one of the most reoccurring Rangers that was, a part of the show. The man can make his own team because the Power Ranger team normally consists of five people. He could have had his own team. That's how much it. That's how influential the man was, and all of us that was children. Because I was 13 when Power Rangers first debuted, and I at first I did not like Tommy because I did not like when the character came in how he changed the dynamic of the series, but he started growing on me. And once Austin St. John, Tweet Train, and Walter Emmanuel Jones, after they left, he took over as the main, as the main leader of the team after after Austin St. John left, and he became the White Ranger after that because first it was Green Ranger, then it was White Ranger, then it was Red Zeo, Red Turbo, and Black Dino. And I mean, everybody loved Tommy. Everybody loved him. And the man was so influential. This man lived for the Comic Cons. He actually went from. I never met him. Now I told you I met the Walter Emmanuel Jones and Austin St. John. The only reason why he wasn't at Dragon Con, but they were here in Atlanta back in 2019, or was it 2018? I think it was 2018. They were here in Atlanta, and and they basically was there, and they wanted like $60 to take a picture. I mean, a selfie, and I didn't have it. And I was like, no. I was like, no. But let me get back to the story because I just wanted to preface that I met two of the Rangers, but I never got to meet him, and I would have loved to meet Jason David Frank because I've heard how much he loved his fans, and I've seen on some of the panels that people, recorded when they were at, certain cons, and how they would put them up, and how he would interact with, you know, most of everything that he was doing. But I have to come and say, regrettably, he had started talking about, I think it was, I don't know, I don't want to put a specific time because I can't not remember. But I do remember him talking about, depression. And I want to say this before I keep going because I didn't even know that Tweet Tran had died, which is she was the original Yellow Ranger, And when she never kept showing up because we didn't have social media back then, when she passed away, the news didn't get out so widespread. So I didn't even know she had passed away until the late 2000s. I would say probably around 2002 to 2003, or was it later than that? Because I think she passed away in the early 2000s. And so I didn't even know she had passed away um, until I started looking at articles. And, you know, like I said, on Sunday, I woke up to one of my content creator friends. He actually posted a what you call it, a video about um, okay, so Twee Tran, she died in 2001. So I didn't find out until 2003, maybe four, that she had died, and so I didn't even know that she had passed away. So because I was wondering why they never put her in any more, Power Rangers team ups, and why she never came back, and I found out that's why. So like I was saying, like here, um, I was on the internet and I saw that he had posted a video and was saying, "Rest in peace, David Jason Frank," and I was like, wait, that can? I was like, now I know he would never post anything like that unless it was serious. So I had to go onto Google and I googled it, and it was so true. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna read an article. I'm gonna for certain words that I'm gonna have to read. Just know that the algorithm would not allow me to say it, or I would, well, heck, I'm not even gonna monetize this video. Whatever, I because it would be so disrespectful. Power Rangers Jason David Frank wife called cops after heated argument. Body discovered in hotel room. Now, from what I remember, from what another content creator was talking, saying that he was actually going through a divorce from his wife Tammy, which I did not even know that he was going through. And they were saying how hard it was for him to go through. It was taking a toll. But I also do remember, like I said, him talking about he had suffered mental. He was going through depression. And I was just, and was sitting here thinking, like, I have gone through depression. I know a lot of us have gone through depression. And my friend and I, we were talking on Sunday when we've heard the news, because she had a huge crush on him. We both were in high school when this first came out, and she loved him a lot because my I loved Amy Jo Johnson, and I also loved Twee Train. Now Twee was my favorite. I loved her, but one my male characters was Austin St. John. Well, I liked all of them. I liked all of them for different reasons. My specific favorite was Austin St. John because he was, you know, we'll talk about him later. But he had talked about depression. He had talked about a lot of that, and it was evident that he was going through something because I found out, because he was saying that he was not going to be a part of the Power Rangers 30th anniversary, and he was not going to be appearing in any more Power Ranger theme episodes or anything. Did not know why until reports came out that him and Hasbro were not having a great relationship, so he parted ways. And also when he was saying that he was retiring from Power Rangers, he was doing his own thing. it was, everybody was anticipating what he was gonna do, and I saw a few pictures of his upcoming movie called The Legend of the White Dragon. I think that's the name of it. And for this to happen, I mean, life is so short, guys. We actually do have to um, cherish every moment that we have. Okay, let me read this. Read the article that TMZ was reporting. The entire Power Ranger fandom is reeling over the death of star Jason David Frank, and we've learned about sequence of events in the hours leading up to his suicide. Law enforcement's law enforcement's sources tell TMZ Jason and his wife Tammy checked into a Texas hotel Friday. We were told the two were in a middle of a divorce, got separate rooms, but at one point, the estranged couple got into an argument in Tammy's room. We were told staffers were called to calm things down, and and peace was restored. Our law enforcement sources says at the point, hold on, at some point, either Friday night or early Saturday morning, the two got into another argument, and Jason locked Tammy out of his room. Our sources says Tammy was apparently concerned for his safety and called the cops around 5 a.m. Saturday morning. When officers could not make contact with Jason, we were told management let them in, and they discovered the actor hung himself in the bathroom. Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's see. Jason was survived by four children. His rep told us he was loved. He loved his family and friends very much. He truly would. He would truly be missed. Yes, he will. I did. I knew it was an apparent suicide, but I did not know the extent of it. Oh my god, that one almost brought me to tears, guys, because you never want to hear about anybody, regardless if they're celebrities or not. You never want to hear about anybody doing that to themselves. And I just saw a video of Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly from the original Pink Ranger. She was so distraught, and I can understand why. I follow Karen Ashley on Instagram, and she basically put out she put out a picture of all of them. And when I was reading it, I didn't understand, because at that time I did not know that he had passed away. And it's just it's just like, oh my goodness. I was like, I can't. It was just so. Just reading that article right now, guys, just got me all emotional, because I never thought that we would hear of cat, of. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you would never think to, want to hear of, you never thought you would hear anything like that of of a certain celebrity. Robin, it was Robin, dang, Robin Williams was the same way. He was going through a lot of depression and stuff like that, and he went through a lot of depression, and you know, and that's how we end up losing him. And like I said, this is a sad situation. Nobody wants to, you know, like everybody say. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Lovely T, she always say this: you never want to do anything haste, in a hasty moment. You can all, you know, suicide is a permanent end to something that can be fixed, and you know that would take time to fix. And I also do remember his brother Eric, when he was on Power Rangers, he actually, you know, passed away, and that's when his depression started. Because I remember him talking about it, and you know, I think his mom passed away several years later. Because like I followed him on Instagram as well, so I do know he talked about that as well. So it's just, you know, he was going through a lot, of then with the divorce, you know, of his wife Tammy, just probably threw him over. And you know, guys, we don't have to. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I have had those thoughts, and this was like really in the. This was like in my early 20s. I've had suicide thoughts, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I haven't. It was so much that was going on in my life, and by me, you know, it was, you know, my sexuality and all that stuff played a major role in it. And by me, you know, going through everything, it was just I just didn't want to be here no more. However, I'm glad I didn't go through with it. I never made an attempt. Never made an attempt, but I did have those kind of thoughts. And just sitting here, just really thinking about, you know, how much joy that he brought to our lives, and we never even knew that he was going through struggles of his own. If only that he could have, you know, came out and talked about it a little bit more, maybe people would have, you know, started trying to help and, you know, talk to him and, you know, try to get him through. Because whether people know it or not, if you talk about your problems, it won't solve everything in the beginning, but the more you talk about it, the better you feel. And that's what the problem is we don't, you know, talk about it that much. And for stuff like this to go down, guys, it is truly heartbreaking. It is really heartbreaking. And I just really am gonna miss this guy. Never got a chance to meet him, but I mean, his performances as the Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Ranger twice over, and the Black Ranger, I loved him. And you know, he will be missed. I'm not gonna ramble on too much more about this, but I just really wanted y'all to know what was, you know, what was said, and how he died. And I didn't even know. I knew, like I said, I knew it was suicide, but I did not know to what extent. I did not know. All right, guys, let me get off of here. I just really wanted to do this to honor him, because I never got the chance to honor Tweet Train the way we honoring him. And you know, hopefully, you know, he finds some. He may be able to rest in peace. And you know, knowing, you know, hopefully, you know, his family can get through this. All right, guys. Jason David Frank, as they always say, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And also, rest in power, my friend. I love you all, and y'all be safe. See you guys later.